Hey YouTube, how's it going? My name is Robert, and as you can see behind me, it's my beautiful weed-infested yard. About 6 months ago, me and my wife moved into this house, and one of the first things that we decided to do was everything but the yard. So the yard got a little neglected, and I did like anyone else would do, because I had no idea what to do with lawn service. I started watching YouTube videos at work for hours. So I decided that maybe doing my own yard wouldn't be that bad, and hopefully we can do some of the stuff that these other YouTubers recommend and see, hopefully we get some great results.
Alright, so I thought one of the first things we could do is just go around the house and show you some of the problems we're dealing with here. So these are two shrubs that I have. You'll notice it may not be very good on the camera, but the leaves are just a little yellow. That's just due to lack of fertilization. I've got some fertilizer I bought. I'm going to put that down, and hopefully it's going to perk the leaves back up and give them more of a greener color, especially as we go into the middle of spring and early summer. Another thing you'll notice is the pine straw at the bottom. It's used as a barrier for the weeds. You're supposed to reapply it every so many months, but my wife hates it, so we're going to pull it out and we're going to put down mulch. That'll be in an upcoming video. Alright, then the next thing you can see over here is just more of the pine straw and the leaves that are decomposing. This is monkey grass that's being overrun by, I believe it's nut sedge. So that's something that's going to have to get contended with eventually too. Monkey grass recently got a haircut, and I can't say that I did the best job when it comes to the hair cutting. So here you can see some flower bushes that we've got, and the flowers, as soon as they start coming off of the bush, they're just real diseased looking and they don't look too healthy. Next we got some shrubs here. I will tell you guys that when I went to the lawn store and showed the lawn guy some of these pictures, the first thing he said to me was, "Are you sure you want to take this on? I don't want to hire a landscaper," which now, thinking back on it might have been a sign of things to come. So here you've got I believe it's a wax myrtle tree. They've got really shallow roots, and I guess that's why I planted it next to the house, but my wife doesn't like it, and one of the things that I don't like is the branches keep coming close to the house, especially when it gets real windy. So that's something that's going to have to be taken down, which is kind of a shame because this is a really pretty little tree, but if only it would have been a few feet farther away. Alright, so one of the other things you can see here is I have a lot of this, it's called Poa annual, which is because I didn't put down a pre-emergent in the fall. It's supposed to be like bluegrass, but to me it's more really just a weed. It starts to seed and germinate in the fall, and then around early spring it starts to come through, and it's taking the nutrients away from the grass. In a few more weeks here in South Carolina, it's going to be too hot for it, so it's going to die, and it's just going to leave nice big brown patches in the yard. And then it's going to take even longer for the grass to probably come through it. So one of the next things I'll show you guys is me doing a weekday evening mow. One of the things that I'm going to be doing is putting down a chemical called Atrazine, which is for centipede grass, which is the type of grass that I have. And it's supposed to help with controlling the weeds. So one of the things that they told me to do was cut the grass, give it a few days, and then put the Atrazine down. So I hope you guys enjoy watching me cut the grass. So one of the things I'll point out here is ideally I wouldn't be mowing the grass today because it had rained all day, but I'm looking at a window later in the week of having about 3 sunny days with a little bit of cloud, so that's going to be the best window to put the Atrazine down. So I'm just trying to prep the yard and get ready. The other thing I'll tell you guys about is that when you start watching some of the videos on YouTube when it comes to mowing, you'll see this big debate about whether or not you should mulch your grass, which means basically not have a bagger on it, or bag your grass. It's kind of a hot topic thing, but to really just boil it down, from the way I see it, it is, if you're mulching your grass, which means that you're not using the bagger, you're basically taking the cut up grass and just throwing it back on the yard, which is good if you have healthy grass because it provides the ground and the soil and the grass with the nutrients it needs to help make it stronger. But in my case, I don't really have grass, I just have weeds. So I don't really want to cut the weeds down and help the other weeds get stronger. So that's what the bag's for. I probably won't bag all the time, but for the near future, I'll probably be doing a lot of bagging and putting the clippings into a bag to get rid of them. And then another thing to note is that I'll have a video coming up of me doing the atrazine spray, and I'll talk about atrazine and what you guys can expect from that. And if you like the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and hopefully I'll have some more content coming out soon.